Yo, what is up guys, it's FullySpaced and today I'm going to be showing you how to create this kind of cozy style survival house. So it's going to be a nice little simple house. You're going to start off with this kind of foundation. Basically you're going to have 3 blocks in between, well 2 blocks in between every kind of block you'll see here. Later on that will actually expand to 5, so as you can see now you have 5 blocks in each between kind of every single block here. That will give you your whole kind of space. Literally there's 5 blocks of squares. You've got 3 different squares that are all 5 blocks. In every single direction, so you end up with all these even squares. I'm just kind of adjusting the end one here so it is exactly even to the others, so then you'll have this nice little accurate square. They're all 5 blocks, so it's a really simple base. So you literally just lay out a 5 block 5 square, 3 squares in a foundation, and then you just kind of build up the closer one onto your right here, which I'm building now, the tower. You want to build that up by a good 2 or 3 depending on how tall you want this. So I've gone from the first floor to a second floor, so I've only gone up by 2. I actually built it up by so every time I build these up I usually start by going 3 high, and then on the fourth block I bring the little kind of crossing over where it looks like a support beam. I bring that over just so it kind of looks like it's being held up properly, and it gives a lot of headroom too when you're inside. So I just done that, started playing around with this build, realised I've actually off-centered it by 1, and then realised later on that it was actually correct. I've just done the roof wrong, so I actually replaced that in a second. So this next bit is just me playing around with the roof and realising that I actually messed it up. So the foundation anyway for this design, like I said, is a 3 square that are just 5 by 5. 5 each, literally every side. It's just a really nice and simple one. I can't really explain it enough. That's literally what it is, and you just connect them up, and then obviously you build them up. So from the floor actually you build up by 2, and then that's where I put my first platform, and then you build up by 3, and then you put a block above your head, and that's where your next platform is going to be. So it's like 4 high for the next floor. It's a really simple one. Obviously the ground floor isn't actually on the ground floor, it's slightly raised off of the ground, and you will actually have a bit of space underneath, which I'm going to use for a farm. And then I added a simple roof to the right hand side here, and then obviously the tower has this nice little triangle pointed roof, and then I just continued to fix it up and then add in some actual walls and just details for where I'm going to put my windows and everything. I like to start off by placing things kind of like the foundation of everything where I'm going to be. So I just set it up like a blueprint, so I know where everything's going to go before I actually do it. It just makes my life 10 times easier. I can kind of vision what's going on then. So instead of just kind of throwing everything in as I go, if I mask out where all the windows are going to be, where the doors are going to be, it's going to make my life 20 times easier when it comes to actually building this. And then I could just kind of fill them in when I feel like that's how I want it. Obviously when you look at builds from a scratch, like as you see now, this build just looks really meh and boring. Obviously continuing to carry on with this build is something that you probably look at and think, this looks terrible, why should I continue with this? And it's just like adding the small details. You'll see how this build really comes together when you start adding and throwing in all these small little details from the outside of it and really creating an actual house and atmosphere for the house. Obviously when you just kind of have this plain house, it's just like, how do I improve this? And it's just always adding those small things like the hanging baskets I use outside, you got buttons, you got trapdoors, all kind of things that really just spice up your world and, you know, create a nice atmosphere for the outside of the house. And you can use all these little nice unique designs to really kind of bring in your world or bring in the house design and make it just look that much cooler. So for example, I'm using these hanging baskets around the edge. They look absolutely really nice. They're just a really nice thing to have, especially in Minecraft because it's always sunny. Well, the majority of the time it's sunny. And then obviously adding things like these wavy trapdoors at the top of your roofs. You can hang lanterns off them. They create really nice little light features. And then obviously I started playing around with these gates. So you open a gate and you put a bush on top, and they just create a nice little kind of hanging or sitting basket of leaves as well. They just create a small nice bit of decoration for your outside, bit of foliage. And obviously adding lanterns to the corners and just small things like that really kind of spice up this build. As you can see already, it's gone from what looked like a terrible build to something that actually looks really cool. And obviously on each kind of pillar as well, I've put these trapdoors down. So at the bottom of each pillar you get these trapdoors. They really do just kind of look like they're supporting the build and bringing it up a bit more. They're also giving it a bit of thickness to the bottom, because otherwise the whole build's kind of the same thickness and it looks really dull. And then obviously playing around with the roof here as well, I thought the roof looked quite dull, so I gave it a different kind of style roof. So we went in and shaded it a different colour with some stairs. So we've got spruce and just oak. And then obviously I do the same for the pointed roof, just a bit of an angle. Do it all the way around. and finish off the first roof, and then I finish onto that one, and then actually add some trapdoors in as well. That really spices it up a bit and just gives it a bit more attention to detail, and it's something that's really nice to look at too. It's quite aesthetically pleasing, just the way that the trapdoors match in with the spruce stairs, so you kind of get these nice little gaps as you'll see here, and it really does just create this nice looking build. It's always something nice to look at. It's just those small things that really create builds. So you can always build a house and you get this nice foundation, and you build it and you think, oh, it's not looking too good, but it's just always adding those small little decorations that really just bring this build out. As you can see here, it started off looking absolutely plain and dull, and already we've come to life with loads of stuff. Underneath here I decided, you know, we'll add a farm. So I'm using sea lanterns, stairs and waterlogging the stairs just so the farm gets enough saturation or water to kind of saturate the grass and everything, and really just kind of make your farm a bit more efficient just by adding some water into those stairs. Thankfully we can now actually waterlog stairs, which is a brilliant feature because now we can actually make these farms a lot easier. So I don't have to have like a trail of water just flooding my farm. I can just put them inside these stairs and they still give off a nice little effect. Also, as you see here, when we're getting really close to the build, you can see there's small buttons of spruce. They look exactly the same, or they look really similar to the oak. It's just kind of adding a bit more detail as well. It's just those small little details you don't really notice until you're up close. And then obviously in between each hanging basket we've got some spruce blocks with some stone buttons in, just kind of separating the baskets, because you don't want a whole row of baskets, otherwise it will just look totally ugly. And then from here on I just went around the outside with some stone brick, kind of masking out where I'm going to put this outside wall. Put the stone brick down with some cobblestone slabs on top, and then put some walls in between. Do that the whole way around. Then I decided to add a path in, just decorate the outside, and this will pretty much give us the whole build here. Obviously I started off with just a simple staircase up to the house. I didn't want anything too fancy, I wanted to make it small and cozy, and from here on I just kind of decorated the outside. And yeah, I'll leave you guys to watch to the end of this little snippet here, and then obviously we'll head over to first person. I'll talk to you more about the build and show you what I've done to the interior too. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this little segment. Just for you guys to know, almost at 100 followers on Instagram. It's been absolutely crazy. So I'd really support it if you could go over there and continue to, you know, support the Instagram and follow it. We've actually hit 1,150 subs on this channel as well. It's been absolutely crazy, and I just can't thank you guys enough. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute in first person. Peace. Yo, what is up guys, it's FullySpaced. We're back to first person now, and I'll quickly give you a tour guide around this house. So obviously we've got a nice little stone wall kind of surrounding the whole house to stop mobs. Obviously if you want to stop mobs, you put a gate in here just to stop everything getting in. Obviously spiders will still be accessible to your base, but will stop the majority of the mobs that are going to do a lot of harm to you. So obviously we've got a nice little walk around the base here, nice path that goes all the way around, complete foliage all the way around as well, some nice flowers, gardening decoration going on. And then obviously underneath right here we have a little farm. I've waterlogged the stairs on next to these lanterns, just so they completely rejuvenate the farm and give it the best like kind of growth it can get. And obviously we've got wheat down here. You can put whatever you want down here, but I've just put wheat down here for now. And then we can go up the little single staircase that has these little kind of hanging baskets of flowers and things all the way around the building. We got some nice little decoration as well. We've got these little bits of spruce buttons that kind of look like the building's kind of sticking out a bit as well. There's little bits of damage on it. We've got these gates holding up some leaves as well. Just some nice little extra details. And obviously if we head on into the inside, we've got a nice little brewing area with infinite water source here. You can brew whatever you want. Kitchen area over here so you can start cooking. Got a little chopping board there. Seating area so you can eat food. A little sink here too. Grindstone and anvil next to you, like your kind of whole chests and your furnaces, your essential stuff that you need, your storage. And then obviously you're going to need someone to sleep, so if we head upstairs, we got a nice little bedroom up into the first floor here, and your armor stand inside your little closet, little storage section here, and a small little table there. Upstairs is literally a really tiny room, just made for a bit of barrel storage too. That is pretty much it for the inside. Pretty nifty and everything, kind of handy, everything you will really need to get started in your survival. and basically just give you a long throughout kind of journey in this one base. However, obviously you're going to get to the point where you're going to have so much items you're probably going to need to expand your storage room, but for a good little starter base, this is definitely something I would recommend, or something that might inspire you guys to build something really similar to this. So if we could just quickly take a look around the edges here, obviously you can see all the decoration. We've got these kind of I don't know what they're called, swervy kind of slabs, wavy slabs, trapdoors even, just to give these lanterns a little hanging effect. Got some gates on it as well, we've got some buttons, just kind of small details that really bring out the build. Like the roof as well is made of 2 different wood, and obviously then we mix the trapdoors in with that wood too. Just the small things like that, it just really kind of makes the build. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.